If we say someone has a bleeding disorder, you might think of hemophilia. It's what most people think of. Diane Atwood, who writes the blog Catching Health, is here with us to tell us about another bleeding disorder that's much more common, actually, and more likely to go undetected. Good morning, Diane, with apologies to everyone who's a little squeamish about talking about blood, but it's important to talk about this stuff.
And good morning, everybody. I know. Well, I got an email about a week or so ago from Vicki Jacobs Pratt, and she asked if I'd consider doing something on Bleeding Disorders Awareness Month, which happens to begin today. Now, what did I immediately think of when she mentioned bleeding disorders? Hemophilia. Well, the month does include hemophilia, but there are other bleeding disorders. Vicki happens to have the most common one, which I had never even heard of before. It's called von Willebrand disease. Now, I don't have enough time to tell you everything I've learned. You'll find a lot more information in the post I published on my blog this morning. I will tell you what usually causes it and some of the symptoms. Von Willebrand disease is caused by a genetic mutation, and it can happen in both males and females. We've all got special clotting factors in our blood. When we get injured, the factors help stem any bleeding. Now, one of them is called the von Willebrand factor. If there isn't enough of this factor or it doesn't work properly, you have von Willebrand disease. Most of the time, the symptoms are mild and can be easily treated with medication as needed. The kind that Vicki has causes bleeding into her joints and her muscles, and she has to infuse herself 3 times a week with a special clotting factor. Now, here are some of the more common symptoms of von Willebrand disease. Frequent or long-lasting nosebleeds that sometimes land you in the emergency room. Easy bruising or bruises that don't seem to be caused by anything. If you're a woman, heavy and or long-lasting periods. And unusual bleeding when you have your teeth cleaned or undergo a minor medical procedure. If you have any of these symptoms, it might be a good idea to be evaluated by a blood specialist. You can read more about von Willebrand disease on Catching Health. I also tell Vicki's story, and you'll find links to some important resources. And of course, while you're there, be sure to subscribe to the blog. Thank you.
And the good news is, sounds like this can be successfully treated if you catch it.
Right, because most cases, like 60 to 80% cases, are really mild. Vicki happens to be on the other end of the spectrum. But yeah, but it's a good thing to know so that it can be treated and you can avoid situations that might not be good for you.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, because otherwise the symptoms seem fairly minor, but I can see how, like, if you went into surgery or anything like that, it could become a major issue.
Or if you delivered a baby, that's a whole other topic. But when you're pregnant or if you're on birth control pills, it increases the level of this factor in your blood.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So you get off birth control pills, for instance, and you get pregnant, you deliver the baby. If you have von Willebrand, there is the possibility that you could hemorrhage.
All right. So,
you know, a couple of weeks after you deliver. So it's just, you need to know what's going on in your own body.
Good to be aware.
Yeah.
Thanks, Diane, very much. We'll see you again soon.
You will, 2 weeks.
Take a quick break and be right back.